Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Right. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm going to be your nurse today. I'm going to go ahead and take your vital signs today and do your blood pressure, pulse ox, temperature, and your pulse and respirations. Okay? Wash my hands. Provide for privacy. Okay? The first thing that I'm going to do is do your blood pressure. So if you would, ooh, this is a child one, not a medium. So, first thing I'm going to do is measure your, see if this is the correct size blood pressure. Okay. Do you have any limb alerts like, have you had a mastectomy on? Do you prefer an arm that you would like to do? Is there any, you don't have any IVs or fistulas or anything in this arm? Okay, so let me measure this arm. Okay, I'm going to use the 40-80 rule. So 40% and 80. Okay, so this is a little bit too small. So we'd have to get a bigger blood pressure cuff for you. Can somebody run out there and grab a medium blood pressure cuff for me? And these will all be in your room with you. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So much better. Much better. Okay. So I am going to fill your brachial artery first to see where to make sure I put this in the right spot. It's right there. So I'm on your left arm. So I'm going to use the left arrow of my cuff. Make sure that's on there, pointing to your brachial side. Okay. All right, I'm going to make sure that your feet are flat on the ground and your legs are not crossed. And I am going to feel for your systolic pressure first. Okay, so I'm going to pump your cuff up a couple times here. And I would actually have that table with her arm up on the table. Maybe that's better for you, isn't it? Okay, so it stopped about 130. So I'm going to pump this up to 160 later. Okay, I'm going to let that rest for about a minute. And while that's resting, I'm going to go ahead and do your pulse ox first. I'm going to make sure that all my equipment is washed down, okay, before I started, but I'm going to go ahead and get this going for your pulse ox. You do have a good pulse on that side. Your capillary refill is less than 3 seconds, okay? I'm going to wash your finger off. I know some of you can't see that. Wash your finger off and wash this pulse ox off. Your pulse ox is 98%, that's really great. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and check your pulse. your pulse rate was 72. It was strong and it was regular. Your respirations were 16 and they were unlabored and shallow. Okay? And then I'm going to take your temperature. All right, make sure all this is washed off. So before I do this, I'm going to make sure when I put this in your mouth that you don't bite or chew on it. Have you had anything to eat or drink that's hot or cold in the last 15 minutes? Have you chewed gum? Have you smoked any at all before I do this? Okay, when I put this in your mouth, this is going to go in the posterior sublingual pocket. .4 is perfect. Okay. All right, now we're going to do your blood pressure. So I got 136/80. Then we'll take this off. When we are all done, I would make sure I document all of those findings. Okay, so how much time do I have left?
That was 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through this again to make sure I hit everything. When I came in, I obviously I washed my hands, I told you what I was gonna do, I did my limb alert, make sure you didn't have any limb problems, I did my blood pressure, your feet were flat on the floor, and I did my pulse pressure first, I did my, then waited my minute, then I did, my, pulse, which I did rate, rhythm, and volume. Then I did my respirations with that without letting you know that I did that. And it was rate, rhythm, and depth that I did that with. I did my pulse ox. I washed your finger first, and I did your capillary fluid refill and your pulse. Your temperature, I made sure that you hadn't eaten or drinking anything. I made sure you didn't bite on the thermometer. Put it in the posterior sublingual pocket. And then I documented all of that. I think I have everything.
Okay.
Is there anything I missed? Name, date of birth, and check the band. Okay, easy to do.
Mrs. Lynch, so
Yes.
you did her oral temperature.
Yes.
What other places could you do her temperature?
I would do an axillary.
Okay.
So I make sure that it's in the middle of the arm, make sure it's patted down and wiped dry. And then put it in the middle of the arm, making sure it's skin to skin. Make sure the probe's on there, and then put it underneath the arm, and hold it on there, make sure the temperature is there. After it reads it, then I will take it off, dispose of the probe, and wash my hands.
Okay.
Pulse sites are temporal, carotid, brachial, radial, femoral, popliteal, dorsalis pedis, and posterior tibialis.